I think I must have hit the stop, but I'm trying to say that, see, to the left is Meadows Place. I stayed in a place that's kind of near the Four Corners. So to the left is Meadows Place with CVS. To the right, A-Leave Houston. To the further down to the left, Sugarland. Back behind me, where my friend stays, it's Stafford. So that's 4 places. So it is kind of, it's not really considered the Four Corners, but in a way it's like in a corner of different cities. So buses don't come down here, even though it's technically still Houston, but Houston cuts off, like, it's just considered Stafford, Fort Bend. We're already in Fort Bend. So when you're in Fort Bend, the Houston, the bus, the metro does not go to Fort Bend. They have their own, what do you call it, like, system, but it's not a bus system. They have, like, I think something you go to, when I used to live in the other part of Fort Bend, Sugarland, like, because this is the owner's house. She has a really nice house. Beautiful. Okay, and then we stay at one of her houses that was owned by her sister. It's right here. It's really bad because it's not a bad house, but it's just dark. Look, there's no lighting. No wonder that fool fell in the ditch. It was funny because he tried to blame me, because you see how I'm pulling in with my lights? He said, this is funny. He said, well, it's not funny. It's not funny what happened to it, but it's funny that he tried to blame me. Because he said, when I pulled in, he pulled in right after me. I think he just got shocked, and maybe he might have, maybe liked me or something, got shook up, or just didn't expect me home and just like, got thrown off. But it was funny because he ended up, this is the end up, you can see the ditch, but it's dark right now, but there's a ditch right there. And I think it's funny because we as drivers, you don't have to know much about driving. And I saw my rearview mirror, like, here's my rearview mirror. It's the rearview mirror right here. So I saw in the rearview mirror, when I looked in the back, I saw the car was turning like this. Yeah, hold on. It was going up. And so you don't have to know much about cars to know when you see a car going up, you're like, that's not a good sign. And I was like, watch him blame me. I just knew it. So it was odd. He tried to make me pull. He was telling me to he forced me to help him. I was telling him he needs to. I said, just call the AAA, have them help you. He's like, no, I've done that before. I don't need to do that. If I do that, they might overcharge me, and you're here, so you should, like, he didn't say you're here like that. He just like, might as well get you to help. I'm like, oh my god, like, because I'm here and I have a car, and my car's like an SUV. It's like, it's a Honda CRV. So what happened was, eventually we used the tow thing. You see this tow thing right here? We used that. We eventually just wrapped a cable around it. But it was funny what he made me try to... And I just think, because this is a year to the day that I... so this is our anniversary, but not that I like the fool, because I don't like it, but I think it's funny because it's our anniversary. Thank God a year later he didn't do the same stupid stuff. So you see, I don't know if you can't see it, but there's a ditch right here. And it's kind of funny because it seems like the driveway is like... It goes right here, but it seems like it's narrow. I told her about it, but they're not going to fix it. I know. I just said, I think your driveway is narrow. So it was horrible. I still remember, like, it was horrible. It had just rained, kind of like the other day. Like, but it was muddy. It was horrible because his car had slipped and it was, like, in the mud. And so first he tried to make me hang on the door. I'm like, I'm not that heavy. Why are you trying to tell me if I hang on the door, it's going to get it back out? And then at that time the old man was living here, and I was like, maybe we should wake him up, he's heavier. And he's like, no, leave him alone. And then I took him to this corner store, try to get rope. They didn't have rope. And then he goes, let me check in my room, look for something. And then he came back, and he ended up finding, he used a cable, like those extension cords. And then he just wrapped it around where I showed you, like on my car, of the bottom, the tow hutch or hatch or whatever you call it. So I just praising God that I was able to help him, even though I don't like him and he's like a pain in the butt, and he used to complain about me for nonsense, that I was being noisy and blah blah blah, and making some BS ridiculous. So, and then he lied because I ended up finding out later that he was asleep. He acted like he was working on stuff. So yeah, he gave me problems before. So when I first moved here, I was like, people had moved my stand. I was like, who did that? I was kind of a second of Spanish getting mad. He was like, she's saying something crazy. I'm like, you don't even know what I'm saying. I'm talking Spanish. I'm talking a different language. So just because you talk a different language doesn't mean you're saying crazy stuff. Anyways. So I think it's weird how I helped him. Look, it's a full moon. Not a full moon. Is it like crescent moon? I like crescent moons. No, but I think it's interesting how people want to act like they want to be rude to you and be like a punk, and they expect you to help them because you're there. I'm like, Like, I'm still mad about helping him, but I'd rather me have helped him, that I live with him to show him I'm good and to respect me. So that's why I did it, and also it's a good deed. So I did it mainly for God, but I didn't like the guy. He's just really a punk. So it is what it is. So I live with a couple punks, but don't worry, thank God, I have my own room. So there was 5 guys, now there's only 4 because the old man just bailed, left. Now he's trying to come back. He texted me recently. He said, hey sister, is my room still open? And I'm not going to act like I know anything because I don't want to deal with him. She needs to face him. And I think she really cares because the other day she asked me about him. She's like, is the old man, has he called you text? I was like, yeah, he texted, but my phone I turned it off. And then, so I told her, I said, I just texted him and I told him that I advised you not to move. I told you not to move. You're not supposed to move until you have something for sure. Like, you don't just move and you're not knowing if it's going to be something secure. Like, you don't just leave and you're not sure if it's going to be something secure. Like, you don't leave until you you can confirm that it's going to be a final decision and that everything's okay. And you don't just move on shaky ground. But I didn't tell him all that. I just told him, I advised you not to move. That wasn't smart. You didn't listen. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just told her, I did like I didn't know because we can't really lie in Islam. She told me that she wanted me to tell him that the room was full. But I'm not going to lie because I really can't lie in Islam. So that's how I got out of it. I just told her, I told him, I don't know. That I just told him, I advised you. You didn't listen. You're not supposed to move until you know that it's secure, that you made it. I didn't say, but in other words, I was telling him he made a mistake. That you don't move until you know it's gonna work out. Like, you didn't listen. I'm sorry, but you didn't listen. I can't help you. I'm trying to tell him. I didn't tell him, but I'm like, he needs to direct his questions to the owner. So I'm just gonna act like I don't know. That's my way of avoiding lying. In a way, it's kind of lying, but it's like a small lie because you're acting like you don't know. But I'm not gonna tell him definitively, yes, it's taken. Definitively, no, it's not taken. No, it's not taken. Yeah, you can come back. No, I'm not gonna tell him that because then she's gonna get mad at me, and then be like, "Why did you tell him it was up?" And then I'm gonna problem. I'm not gonna do that because then we're gonna have friction. I don't want to have friction with. I call her Mama Tiger, and I got the old white guy. Not really that old. He's like 60, but still kind of older. So I got 61 older. So I got him calling her Mama Tiger. So I'm not gonna get Mama Tiger mad at me because she really likes me. I help her. I clean her house. I stay in. Well, not all the time, but just like tidy up. So I stay. Where's the window? I think over right there. Whoa. Oh, this is I call him Master. This is my joke for him. I call him Master. He's like the boss here, so it's kind of weird. We kind of have like kind of like a bond, but it's not really. We can be quiet and have no problem, but I consider him like kind of like not my master, but kind of like my boss, like I guess a husband relationship. Why? Because it's like you don't want to make him mad, you don't make your husband mad. So I don't have attraction to him. We have that little connection. So it's like you don't want to make him mad because I treat him like that. Like he'll be my husband. Like make him happy, keep him happy. Because you keep him happy, he don't complain about you, and you don't have problems with the head honcho, which is the owner. That's what I do. So I just keep under the radar, stay low, try to keep it easy, try to get out of his hair because he is a problem maker too, but not as bad as the South Asian. The South Asian's worse. If I have to compare, I'll take the East Asian, even though he's a pain in the ass and he's like a little bitchy. At least he's real enough to be kind of real. So I'll take a real angry person, bitchy, over a catty two-face any day. Anyway. So yeah, stay here. This is my room. I kind of miss the old white guy. because he was like my buddy, but he was really stupid. Like, he didn't listen. He would drink too much, pee in his room in a bucket, not a bucket, in a gallon jug. And one time I was walking by going to work, I didn't see, but I could see him standing, and I saw a bucket, and I saw, thank God I didn't see his stuff, but I could see piss, and I was like, oh my God. So I had told him, and then, anyways, but, I told him eventually, I didn't tell him right away. But anyway, so he was just really dirty, wouldn't clean, didn't have no clothes. I would tell him where to go to get clothes. There's donation places, there's community places to go, but he was too proud. And I think that's a problem with American, especially white people. They just, once they have that behind their history, because he was homeless before, so he was like, I want to go to the center because that's what I did when I was home. I'm like, you need to suck up your pride and go there and get the clothes. And at the time I was going to try to help him, but I don't have enough income to get him some shirts, so I was going to go. But it's not my duty, but I was just going to get him a couple shirts. Yeah, he said he could have used a couple shirts. He wore extra large, and it was 2XL. I tried to tell my sister's husband he didn't want to help because, I mean, not that he didn't want to help, but he just said he cleared out his clothes wardrobe. He updated it all to XL. But it's weird because he still could wear it XL. I figured it out later, but I just didn't feel motivated to ask him because he didn't really feel like he wanted to help him. I just thought, well, send him a message like, well, he's white like you, not that you have to help white people. I just thought, like, since he didn't have a father figure, he would like to help out another man who needs help, who's also his, Anglo. But anyways, people don't want to help. That's sad when people just think about themselves. We need to be better in life. We need to, like, not that we have to baby people or give them stuff, but when people ask for help and nobody helps them, it makes me sad, but it is what it is. He would drink too much. He would tell me he was trying to go to a program to get detox. I told him where to go. He wouldn't go, so I'm like, okay. So it's better that he's not here because it's more peaceful, even though I kind of miss him because he was, like, kind of fun, but he was kind of too much. So it is what it is. But I think I have a hunch that she might let him come back, even though she doesn't like him, because she said that maybe it came from God because, she prayed about it. She didn't like him, and everything happens for a reason. So, but I told him not to leave, but he didn't like the area. He complained there was too many Mexicans and blacks, quote unquote. So, but he would always complain about his own people, his white people. He would say, there's too much drama, they give me all these problems, etc., etc., etc. So I knew when he kept telling me, I'm gonna leave, but then I'm gonna leave, watch, I'm not gonna be here, I'm gonna leave. I said, no, you're not leaving, you're talk. And then I went home for Christmas. The last day I saw him was the day before Christmas. Christmas Eve. We were over there at the house because that was the freeze a little bit. Like, not bad freeze like that years ago. Just kind of like a mini freeze where our pipes kind of like burst, supposedly. And we had to turn them out. They froze. So we had to go back and forth. So, I don't know. Maybe he just wouldn't want to go through that. Maybe that bothered him. And maybe after that he just got, I don't know. Like, didn't want to work hard. Maybe he just ran off because he couldn't take the hard life. But it came on like the next day. He had texted me. It came on, come back, sister, because the water's back on. He said, where'd you go? He thought I was ignoring him. And then, not that I feeling guilty about visiting my parents for the holidays, because I work at a school as an after school program group lead. And so I only work when the school's in. So I try to find it on the side. But another school wants to hire me. I'm going to see if I can work and maybe work in the daytime before I go to the after school. But I don't know. It's 17 minutes away, so I don't know if it's going to be able to do that. I'm going to try to call and see. But I'm trying to do something on the side. I do Uber Eats. I need to fix my car. I just got a headlight also because my headlight is not working. So I'm praying that I'm going to go pick it up tomorrow at the O'Reilly store. I was trying to show you in the other video, but I think it got cut off. So, you see how the left headlight's working. It's working. But the right headlight is out. But you see this portion is on. I don't know why, but I don't know why this portion is off. It doesn't make sense, because you would think if the whole headlight's not working, why is this light on? But see, this is off. And this is on. That's on, but it's kind of weird because look, I don't know if there's something wrong because like this headlight has yellow or orange light, and then this one is just white. But it's weird because I got it a set. I didn't get two different ones. So I don't understand why this headlight portion of it's orange or yellow, orangish yellow, white top. The other side, white, and out. I'm not a mechanic. I pray that nothing is wrong with the car. I'm thinking it might be just a faulty, it might be a faulty light. So I'm gonna pick it up tomorrow, Insha'Allah, in the morning. And they say they can install it, but I hope they can install it because a lot of people they don't want to help. But it's supposed to be a free service, so I'm gonna see if they can install it in the morning because it should have already been ready yesterday, 26 at 8:30. But I'll have to pick it up on my birthday. So I'm gonna try to tell them it's my birthday. Can you help me? Like I'm not gonna say that only. I'm gonna say only if they don't do it. I say it's my birthday. Please help me. Anyways, but they said it's pretty. I looked at the website. It said it's pretty doable. All you do is pull it out and then just put it back in. You don't have to have any tools. You just pull it out and replace it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that because my dad's getting concerned. I don't want to make any headaches on my birthday when I have like somewhat of a clear head. Cause I still gotta fix other stuff. So I still gotta do the inspection. Yeah. So at least I can get something done. So I'm so praising God that this car, even though it's an old car, it's got me through. I've been through that ordeal ever since the other day, Tuesday, when that happened. I totally now respect Hondas even more. Not that I'm only gonna be sticking with Hondas because this is my just first car that I bought by myself. It's used car, had kind of issues, nothing major, something minor, but it's just regular repairs that happens with the old car. So I'm gonna do my best to upkeep it and try to save money to get a sidecar because you also have to have a backup car. Because say this car does die, I can't be out of a car. So I'm gonna do my best to make better income to be able to purchase a good used car that's over 1999, at least 2012 or higher. Inshallah. Yallah. So yeah. So this is my purchase. Oh my god, the conchas. Look, I can't wait to eat my conchas. Look. So I'm gonna test out the conchas. I'm gonna test the conchas out. This is from Nada Michoacana, mi mark. This is El Rancho. I make a joke. I say, ahí el Rancho Grande, ahí donde vivir. Oh, they have different locations. They have them all over. I have it in Crocker. I don't even know where Crocker Hill, Texas is. I have it in Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas, Louisville. There's some places in Texas I don't even know. Yeah, I'm going to use this to talk about, class. I'm going to try talking about different cities to teach them that there's other cities besides Houston we need to learn. Not need to learn, but just to be aware of. So, yeah, so I just praising God that everything's going good so far. I'm going to try to keep it up and upkeep my car well and have a good plans for a better future. So, have everybody a blessed night and take care.